conquista tutto. L'amore conquista tutto.
Right, it's Curly here, and welcome to episode 64 of the Unfiltered and Undiscovered Podcast. We've got a very special guest joining us, but before I introduce the wonderful Lily from Annakye, let's have a quick chat with Braggy down there in Adelaide. How are you, Braggy?
I'm good, mate. Still winter down here, and
yeah,
I know what you're going to ask me about. You're going to ask me about another cricketing loss.
Yeah, I know. We lost another one.
See, I didn't even want to talk about it. It's too sad.
Oh, it is. And
it's one of my favourites.
Just totally blew us all away.
And I know
it happened in your old.
Yeah, I know that road really well because I'm from Townsville. Yeah, originally, so I know that.
Yeah, very sad. Very sad. And in other news, a band from your way called Germein, I think it is.
Yeah, two girls.
Their song "Good for a Girl."
Yep.
The Germein sisters, I think they're three siblings. They were awarded third prize in the international songwriting competition, and we've now got our fingers crossed that they're keen to come on the podcast. So that'll be pretty cool.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Another local.
And just the last thing, Chris Masuak's book arrived in the mail this week. So. And can I tell you, it is...
Just read that first line you read me before.
Okay.
So that's really cool. Listen to this, Lily.
It starts... It's like little vignettes all the way through. So the first thing is called Christ on a Pony, and it says, your band is held in such esteem that you're given the newest, best and loudest PA in Australia. In appreciation, you, A, call the fallback operator a cunt. B, pour beer into your monitors. C, embed his mic stand in the stage. Or D, all of the above. And then he says, welcome to my world.
That's rock and roll.
I'm almost three-quarters of the way through.
That's punk, man.
Mate. Awesome. Joining us from Newcastle, where they're going on stage in a matter of, an hour or so. Please welcome Lily from the Central Coast band Annakye. How are you, Lily?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.
What's the venue, Lily?
So we're going to be playing at Bar on the Hill tonight. We just played at the Cambridge last night as well, so we've had a nice big week this week. And keeping it rolling.
Awesome.
Yeah, you came second in a Battle of the Bands last night.
Yes, we did.
Was that last night or the night before?
It was last night, yeah. So we're rolling on today. It was wonderful. It was hosted by a foundation called What Were You Wearing, which brings awareness to survivors of sexual assault. So it was just a fantastic night to be there, and we were very lucky and very honoured to have been there and competed and come second. It was great.
Excellent.
And is your voice going to hold up, obviously? 3 gigs in a row?
Let's hope so. No, it'll be good. Keep it warm, that's all.
That's it. A little bit of scratchiness adds to the punky
Exactly.
vibe.
Yeah. You know what? It's doing me favours.
Yeah. That's it.
So let's talk a little bit about Annakye. Tell us about the band and how it came into existence.
Yeah, sure. So Annakye has kind of been a project that's evolved over a couple of years. So different members have come in at different times or kind of meeting through mutual friends. It just amassed from there. I guess it's just accumulating those people that we have with this love for rock and for punk and for music, bringing them into one space and creating together. I guess just your classic band origin story, really. We couldn't be more stoked. It's been about 6 months since I met up with them at Halloween, and we've just kept the ball rolling from there.
And you're all from the Central Coast?
Yeah, we are, which is nice because it makes practice and everything else nice and easy for us, yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. So, and you've had a couple of songs out. So the one we'll talk about a little bit later on is the new one that's being launched Friday, the 20th of May. But you've had a couple of songs come out, haven't you?
Yes, we have. Yeah. So our most recent release was Tupop, which was our first original single that we've done since I've joined the band. And that one's all just an ode to the 90s, just passion pop, double denim, all the fun things. And yeah, we're looking forward to the next one, that's for sure.
And I just want to know how the hell you got Colatalo to be the engineer on that. Is that right?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Like that guy's like worked with Kanye and bloody Taylor Swift and fuck, you name it.
Yeah, no, like I said, we're very lucky. Some of the people in the band just have worked in the industry for years and have made connections through it, and as such, drummers got connections with Brent, and bing bang, there we are. So we're very, very fortunate in that regard, definitely.
Very much. Hey, look, one of the things I noticed in the Tupop film clip is the complete diversity in the way that you guys like dress. And there's a guy there that I've rarely seen without a shirt. That's your bass player.
Yeah.
And he always seems to be shirtless, and and why wouldn't you be when you've got a bit of a rig on you? But then you've got the preppy guy, and then you've got the guy in drums who's a bit, a bit of a bit. What's the word? I saw him in a costume, so I'm presuming he's a bit of a joker. So is that all part of who each individual is, or is that just Annakye? Are we saying that right, by the way? Annakye?
Annakye, yeah, that's correct. Look, we are all very different characters. I have to say that for the film clip, it was played up a little bit, so we wanted to kind of costume it in to fit with that kind of 90s theme that we're going for. But yeah, Carlos, our bassist, you'll rarely catch him with a shirt, that's for sure. He loves himself a little bit, but we love him just as much. But we've each got our own vibe. Joel's our dad, the old drummer, getting up there, and so on and so forth. Richard's our fancy English man, who's the preppy guitarist.
Yeah, the preppy guitar, I love that. It was like I was going back to some of those 80s and 90s high school flicks that we all just loved so much. So, hey, so the first song we might just dip into now. Just bear in mind there may be some buffering, but we always put the masters into the recorded output. Reese Witherspoon, tell me about this song.
Yes, Reese. Oh, what is the story behind Reese other than just, it's Reese Witherspoon. How could you go past her, right?
Yeah.
And I guess it started out as just this fun joke song that we're going to play at a couple of gigs, and then it just took off and people loved it. So, yeah, there you have it.
I can just imagine the audience too. Whenever you're playing that song, they're singing along, aren't they, to that Reese Witherspoon bit? Surely.
Oh, absolutely! It's so fun. We have actions and everything. If we ever come into your states, you're gonna have to come along to a gig, and we can show you how to do it.
Oh, you got a dance? A Reese Witherspoon dance?
Yeah, Reese Corrie. Absolutely.
All right.
There's not enough of that in pop music anymore where someone brings out a dance, like the freaking Macarena or something. Reese Witherspoon, that's cool.
Better catch on, I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Well, let's have a bit of a listen.
Legally Blonde, Lily, is that what that inspired that, or something, one of her other movies like Walk the Line or something?
Okay, so they're each a take from a bunch of different movies. So, yeah, we've got Legally Blonde, Cruel Intentions, Just Like Heaven, Hot Pursuit, Walk the Line, all, Reese's titles. Yeah, we just wanted to incorporate them in there. I don't know. It's just one big throw at the wall.
Are you all Reese Witherspoon fans or just you?
Oh, look, it was kind of a thing between the other singer and I, Lexi. So that just evolved, I guess, from there. And then there is a friend behind it as well who has a particular love for old Reese. And it started out as a bit of a piss take on her, to be honest. But yeah, no, that's the villain origin story of that song, I guess.
It's a good idea to write a song about a famous movie star, because if they hear it, who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Absolutely. And how many good songs come out of piss takes?
More than 5, certainly.
It's a very Aussie thing, isn't it?
It is.
It's a very Aussie thing to take the piss out of something, make fun of yourself. Absolutely. Which brings me to, I just want to say, you get compared to garbage a lot, but I think you're more Aussie than to me, it's more Magic Dirt. That's what it would remind me of.
We do love Magic Dirt.
What do you think, Curly? Do you? There you go.
I saw another band that you were likened to, and I'm thinking, no, I don't get it. I didn't hear that. But because I think the songs that you put out are all different.
Yeah, they are.
And one that I really, the cover version you did of New York, I just love. And, nothing beats old Blue Eyes singing that particular song. But you guys just put a nice little slang to it and,
yeah, so tell us, is someone a Frank Sinatra fan, or is that another piss take? Or is it because I know that Brent Colateo is from New York? I don't know if you... I don't know. Am I on the right track?
I think it's a combination of things. I mean, first of all, we're kind of evolving into wanting to go towards that kind of punk rock sound. And, I mean, America would be an eventual goal for us, to tour over there for all of that. And, New York's such a big city and a hub for creativity. So, I mean, there's inspiration from that angle of, well, what better song to do? And then also just, I guess we're starting out, we're playing gigs, we want songs that the crowd can get excited to and know the words to. So to have a cover in there that people are familiar with was, something that we wanted to get into, just to engage the crowd and, make everyone feel nice and comfortable and, what is an unfamiliar environment with a new band. So that was the story behind that one, I guess, A
great story about New York. And my wife and I ran the New York Marathon, and of course, at the starting line, you got the Sinatra version just booming out, and it's such an iconic moment. You've got 50,000 people in 3 waves just listening to New York, And I was thinking to myself when I was out for a run the other day and your song came up in our playlist, and I'm thinking, maybe if that was at the beginning of the New York Marathon, it may not have taken me 6 hours. It might have taken me 5 hours.
You reckon you would have run faster?
Oh, dear.
Yeah, so, just good for the time. So, really, really good. Tell us a little bit about Two-Pop.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I guess Two-Pop was one of the first songs that we all kind of got down with and wrote together. And I think as well, we sent that one over to Brent. He really liked it. He decided that was one that he'd want to run with. So, we got together and we collaborated on it. We made it happen. The inspiration, like I said, came a lot from the 90s and, like I said, passion pop, double denim, so on and so forth. Most of our other band members grew up in the 90s. That was their prime time. I wasn't there. I missed it. But, I get their insight through that song.
Reese Witherspoon's making more sense.
Yeah. And then, the product of it obviously is what you hear today. And the music video, which is all just a love letter to the 90s.
Let's have a look at it, shall we?
Let's do it.
So this is Annakye with Two-Pop.
tonight. And when it's getting late and I fall into grey, would you open up the door and let me stay? Cause I want to just be with you, to pop non-stop with you. With you. You've been on my mind since 1999, and I found your love just one big hug in the middle of losing my mind. Found your love, just in the nick of time. There's nobody quite like you, and there's nobody quite like you. And when it's all said and done, can you still even love? She was you, but I need you more, and I wasn't what you wanted. Why? 'Cause you've been on my mind since 1999, and I found your love just one big hug in the middle of losing my mind. Find your love, just in the nick of time. There's nobody quite like you, said there's nobody quite like you.
All right. I can't help but smile during that film.
Well, you know what,
Is-
Curly and Lily, one thing that makes an original sound is when you got band members that are from all those different time periods. You know, they've all got different influences, and you know, so that's really good that you have a band like that. You know, everyone's just not in the same era, and so when you play live or when you write stuff, all those influences come out. So it gives a really original sound.
Well, I think that's
Yeah.
our goal as
Yeah,
well.
very much so. What would you say your influences have been?
Oh, that's a broad question. I think, for me, I've always loved a broad array of music, but in terms of this band, I mean, Enter of the State by Blink-182 is one of my all-time favourite albums. But then
Blink-182?
Yeah, especially Enema of the State. Just, I don't know, there's just that real feeling, and I don't know, it just punches you, so I guess that's one of my big inspirations.
So you grew up in that, so you're 2000, so you that's kind of your early year, isn't it? Like those guys and Green Day and that pop punk
yeah,
sort of style, isn't it?
yeah, definitely the pop punk. For
No
sure.
doubt.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously some of my parents' music thrown in there as well, like Foo Fighters and, all your classic kind of rock. But, for me, Blink-182, then I guess Evanescence as well, those kind of bands just come and kind of fuse together and make...
That's the other band.
Yeah, they're kind of, my heart and soul when it comes to this band. And hopefully, all of our influences will continue to jump out as we release more music.
Yeah.
And we always talk about it, Curly, don't we? Whoever we have, especially, I know we've had a couple of overseas people on, but when we have Australian bands on, there's still that underlying Australian rock sound, even though they have all these other influences from America and places. It's still, it's got that pub.
What does Masuak say? It's all downstrokes and blood on the floor.
It is. It's all downstroke. That's
Yeah.
it. It's Aussie rock.
It is a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, as soon as you hear that, you smell the beer-soaked carpet, and you just, I love it.
And in our days, you could smell the haze of cigarettes and everything else.
Oh, shit, that was bad days.
Yeah, it certainly was. Hey, the chemistry of the band seems really good. You and Lexi, Lexi's the other female vocalist in the band.
Yeah.
And the chemistry just looks good. I'm actually really hoping you can get up to Queensland because I'd love to come and see you guys live. I think that there's just a really positive vibe around the band.
Oh, thank you so much for that. We genuinely all do get along so well, and we love playing together. And, I guess especially considering this will be our 4th gig tonight. We haven't played too much together on stage, but we just have such a strong connection that there's never a nervous moment because we always have each other to bounce off and to rely on. And yeah, hopefully that means that we will be up in Queensland as soon as possible if we can keep it going strong.
It'll just give Carlos another reason not to wear a shirt, so if he comes up here.
He doesn't need another one. It's never on. It doesn't matter where he is.
Yeah.
And so, is it just you playing tonight, or is there a couple of bands, or have you got enough stuff to do a whole night, or do you just do some covers in there, or?
Yeah, so tonight is actually going to be, I think, 8 bands playing. So it's kind of a very short set. So we'll only be playing about 6 songs. Okay. Nice 20-minute set. Just getting down, playing music, and hopefully picking up some other musicians along the way, and just see what happens. Not picking up. Hang on.
Band. I know what you mean.
No, we sort of got that. So, so tell us about Wake Up, Wake Up.
Okay, so, I mean, you got the vibe down pat with that one. Definitely inspired by, I guess, that more Australian pub rock kind of vibe. We wanted to do something fun that was catchy, that would catch a crowd. I guess that's what we're kind of going through whilst we're still starting out, just wanting people to come and to know a song and to be able to sing along and get into it. I guess it's just inspired by a big night out and having fun with your friends and ending up on the floor, but, going out and doing it all over again. Yeah, we just wanted to have fun with something, and hopefully that comes through in the sound.
All right, so available on all streaming platforms, I believe, as from the 20th of May, which is the release date of this particular podcast. So let's listen to Wake Up, shall we? And let's get a bit of vibe going. Alrighty.
Yeah, that's definitely got the Blink 182 feel to it.
Yeah. Now, it does look like we've lost Lily from... so I know that she was getting ready for a band, for the gig, and that the internet wasn't amazing. So hopefully, if she reconnects, we'll bring her back in. But then, yeah, did you like that, Brady?
I do like that. And you can definitely hear the Blink 182, especially with the drums and like the kick. Now, I don't know if you listen to Blink 182 much, Curly, but it's also just with the lyric content and that Oz thing of it. It reminds me of a Queensland band, the Chats. Just what they, doesn't it? Wouldn't they be great to get on like, to do a show together, like a support?
Yeah.
I think the Chats played at Coachella, believe it or not. Recently.
Yeah, they did.
Starting to get big.
Did. That's pretty cool. It actually, it's just got that. It's almost like an anthem feel to it as well. So
it's very
whether whether we we'll see people in the future going just in time for the weekend.
Yeah, and I guess like Lily said, they haven't really done a lot of gigs, I guess, as that with that lineup, and so that's interesting. When you play live, it inspires you to write songs that give the crowd has a reaction to or can sing along with. Queen were famous for that. They started playing big stadiums, and they think we need some sort of thing, and they wrote, dum dum cha, dum dum cha, dum dum cha. No name was a young man, and so it's interesting playing live how that inspires songwriting, because we always talk about what. It motivates your songwriting. Playing live can do it too.
Very much so. And what I really liked was, even with the New York cover, they did that with the crowd and the audience in mind. Yeah. So very switched on. It's always good to hear.
It's not a bad cover.
Yeah,
I mean, there'd be a lot of old people going, a lot of old Karens going, not liking that, but.
You can't get old Blue Eyes onto a
that's what we say to them.
But yeah, I thought that was good. So yes, it looks like unfortunately with the connection, we lost the connection with Lily. But fantastic song. We wish them all the best, of course, with the release. Obviously, they'd be very excited and they'd be checking Spotify downloads every half hour. I imagine so. So yeah, fantastic.
And I wonder if they have a clip for it.
Yeah, we'll know tomorrow, won't we?
Yeah.
So, because that was the other thing that really grabbed me, and I know that their promo lyric, their promo gig, their promo poster for the song was a cartoon.
Yeah,
but you sort of get that Saturday morning cartoon
like
vibe.
Ren and Stimpy.
So best of luck, and let's hope that they have a bit of a win with that.
Yeah,
so
that was cool.
All right. So
moving on.
That's our show. Yeah. So let's have a look at our
what's coming up.
Our vinyl.
Oh, we're doing vinyl.
We need to get it. Seeing that we're now sort of doing discovered stuff as well, we probably need to just shift to the
mine's discovered again.
Yeah, so the vinyl section of the show, because we love our vinyl. So what do you got there? Do you want to go first?
I can go first. I've got, let's see if you can guess it. I've got a very famous, I thought I'd get a female rock, person that's huge, massive in rock, like a pioneer.
Yeah.
Okay, just going to go with 80s. She's in the 80s. Okay. 81.
Yeah.
Did a cover.
81.
Yeah.
Joan Jett or
Curly's got it. Look at that one. Joan Jett,
wow.
I Love Rock and Roll, 1981. It was a cover by a band called The Arrows. It was released in 75, so only 6 years later. But what about that look?
Yeah.
You guys can't see the people listening, Joan Jett. It's that 80s bloody pink and blue fluoro cover. She's got the dark eyeshadow. She's got the chain around her neck and on the back the boys.
She knew who she was, didn't she?
Oh, man. And the Runaways, they were great too. So that's mine. Here's to the girls of rock.
Well, I went for Aussie rock. And surprisingly,
The Hoodoos.
a little bit more. The Hoodoo Gurus, What's My Scene?
God, I get asked for that song so much when I play live.
So, and that was, once again, they'd sort of broken out. So, and after Stone Age Romeo's, Mars Needs Guitars, and all of a sudden they were just starting to fly. So Heart of Darkness was the B-side. That came out in 87, and as people who follow rugby league will know, that it was also part of the NRL there for a while.
Yeah, that's right.
They rejigged the words and called it What's My Team?
What's my team?
And we were at the grand final when they played it. So I thought, it's always good to see the Gurus. Gurus were just one of my most favourite bands.
One of the loudest bands I ever heard, I reckon. I saw them at the Bludgers Club at uni. Well, not the Bludgers Club, but at the uni bar at JCU, James Cook Uni in Townsville. Fuck, they were loud.
Well, I took Sharon to see him at the old Crown Hotel in Townsville. And the Crown
that would have been a bit later. The Crown over at South Townsville.
Yeah. So
that's a good pub.
Sharon hated it because it was loud and it was one of my bands. So, but mate, I loved it.
Yeah, I love them. We used to play a couple of their covers back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you can't, and you wouldn't. It would be so easy to get a crowd reaction by putting on a Guru song, like Wow, Wipe Out. I could imagine.
No. As soon as you play that thing, everyone's like, yeah.
Absolutely. So a bit of a shortened show, unfortunately, with losing Lily, but let's have a look at what we've got coming up. We've got next week. Braggy, don't forget we're recording it on Wednesday night, so we've got the Tailor-Made Rejects.
Wednesday night. Just send me a text, Tony. You know what I'm like. Tailor-Made Rejects are back on.
Yeah, Tailor-Made Rejects are definitely happening.
Because what have they got coming out?
They've got an album. They've got that Ghosts of Paradise single that they've put out with the Teletubbies video, as I call it. I don't want to be disrespectful, guys. I actually really love the video, and I love the way that you do it, but that's the visual that I get with it. So,
cool.
We kick off June with Ruination from Maryborough. We've got Clara Durbidge joining us from North Stradbroke Island on the 9th of June. Now, she is a bit concerned about her internet connection, so hopefully that won't be a drama.
Can't be worse than Newcastle.
And then on the 16th... Sorry?
Can't be worse than Newcastle.
Central Coast. Central Coast to Newcastle just must be like this NBN black spot. So, if you are listening from the Central Coast and you do have good internet, just reach out to us.
Just tell us we're dickheads.
Yeah. On the 16th, we got Peter Ross back. We got Rossi,
that's
and
he's coming back.
It'll be a great show. 7 songs that shaped Sydney, and from someone who probably worked with some of those bands that he'll be talking about. So
he will have an intimate knowledge of these 7 songs. That'll be good. And
once again, just really excited to have Rossi back on the show, but I think we're going to get an education as well, which is always a positive thing. So as we sign off, as always, we've got, don't forget, wherever you're watching this, please like, subscribe, put in a review. It always helps us get found. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok. We've got a website at unfilteredundiscovered.com.
Hey, Curly, speaking of YouTube, last time I looked, we're like 197 subscribers. So if we could get to 200, that would be cool. So we just need 3 more. Last time I looked, we might have passed it. I don't know, but 200 would be cool.
That's your challenge, everyone. I mean, a couple of people, if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, let's get us over to 200. Just go on there now,
subscribe, so we get 200. That's a milestone.
It is, and we love our milestones. We'll be adding Annakye songs into the Unfiltered and Undiscovered playlist that we have in Spotify. And in the words of Annakye in their song, Two Pop, and I just love this line, I found your love in one big hug in the middle of losing my mind.
Oh, that's cool.
What a great way to end the show tonight. So for everyone out there, thanks for tuning in. What do you got there, Brad?
It's a new beer from Adelaide. It's called Mephisto Brewery. It's from down Old Port Road, down Royal Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pale ale, but it's got a few different ones.
It looks awesome. Take care, everyone. We'll see you all
See you
again
guys.
next week.
Ciao.
Conquista tutto. L'amore conquista tutto.